try! Fans have got the try! What a try for fans!
Green was a striker, not a right winger.
Oh, Bruno! Oh, it's 4-2. Lewandowski's got a hat-trick too, and it's in! And RB Leipzig has scored! Oh, and he has! He has as well! Oh! Did he win it?
Hey, who? Not John. I don't think it's John. Oh, it's not Hayden. It's
32-30! Oh my god! Wow! Take a bow. I'm standing up.
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport for our first EFL Championship game of the season. Birmingham City versus Derby County at St Andrews. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on 4.6 thousand subscribers, so we're trying to get to 5k as soon as possible to make sure that you smash the like button. Team news: the big signing, Troy Deeney for Birmingham City, is currently on the bench. A boyhood a Birmingham City fan, so he's on the bench tonight, and I fully expect him to make his debut. And then the Derby side, it's an alright Derby side. I think they're languishing mid-table. I think Birmingham are 8th. Just having a look at that team. We've got Ravel Morrison in there, Tom Lawrence, who's the new skipper. Got Curtis Davis and Phil Jagielka, I think 36 and 39 respectively. So that's a very experienced centre-back pairing, but definitely lacks pace. And then obviously you got Bird, Shinnie, then Silby, Ravel Morrison, who's on international duty with Jamaica. Didn't really have a great international week on their journey to qualify for the World Cup. Just a side note on that Jamaica team. Oh, Jamaica got some quality. Just shame you haven't got a manager to match the quality they have in the squad. Everyone's watching, just drop your score predictions in the comments. I'm going for a Birmingham City win. Why I've gone with Birmingham City? Derby are just really poor. Really poor. Should have probably gone down because they were awful. I think Rooney had a real stinker towards the end of the season, and they should have gone down anyway because of the financial mess up. Wickham should have stayed in the league, and it should have been Derby that went down. But Derby are in the league. I think they won't get relegated this year, Derby. They won't get relegated. But I do think they're really going to struggle, and I expect Wayne Rooney to be sacked this season. He's not a great manager. He's not a great manager. Like, it's so odd, right? Like, Rooney's 35 and Ronaldo's making his second debut for United at 36. Like, that is mental. You see Rooney struggling manager, and you see Ronaldo still scoring goals, and the teams are currently walking out at the moment. Greg Livingston was the first comment of the day. Hello, Greg. Hi, Luke. I'm going for Birmingham. I'm going 2-1 for Birmingham. You know what, Greg? That's probably the score that I'd go for. I think it'll be 1-1, and Troy Deeney will get the winner at St Andrews in front of his home crowd. I don't know if he's ever played for Birmingham before. So anyone let me know if he's actually played for Birmingham, because I know he's got a Birmingham tattoo on his lower leg. So and there's Wayne Rooney for my Birmingham. 2 draws, a draw each in the last game. Just going through the Birmingham City team, got to Heath Chong, United Loney, just playing just a little bit behind Scott Hogan and Lukas Jukovic. Hi, and the thing is about Lukas Jukovic, I think he could play for England, Poland and Ireland. think. So you've got plenty of options. Back three for Birmingham City. Sarkic, wasn't he on loan at Shrewsbury last year? If Burgoyne is actually watching the chat, let me know. Was Sarkic for Birmingham playing for Shrewsbury last season? And obviously you've got the Derby team 4-2-3-1. CLB, Morris and Lawrence all behind Sam Baldock. I think scored in the last league game. Top goal scorer so far in this season is Curtis Davis with 1 goal. And Scott Hogan's the top goal scorer for Birmingham City with 2 goals. I don't think Birmingham will get promoted. I think they'll finish mid-table. I think they'll be alright. Be very interested to see how they get on. Most career just looking at Lukas Jukovic, most career goals against Derby with 10. So if you're having a bet tonight, it'd be a safe bet to put on Lukas Jukovic to score, because Derby's his favourite team, and that'll be an interesting battle. The physicality of Jukovic up against Jagielka and Curtis Davis. Two England internationals, and Sam Baldock scored on his full debut against Hull. I swear Hull's like a former team of his. Sam Baldock was a promising wonder kid back in the day. No, he was at Reading. Wasn't he at West Ham at some point, Sam Baldock? To give me a minute of silence. Gavin Ward, the referee for this evening. If you want to see more watch-alongs for the Sky Bet Championship, then let us know. Then I'm more than happy to do so. A bit of a huddle. I wonder who's the skipper. I think Marcus Roberts is the skipper. Oh, this is about the knee. So it looks like Derby won't take the knee and Birmingham City will take. Yeah, so Birmingham will take the knee, Derby won't take the knee. I'm not actually listening to this game with like my headphones, so I don't know if the Birmingham crowd's getting booed or not, so I don't know. Birmingham City scored 7 goals this season compared to Derby's 4. Derby are about to kick us off. Sam Baldock about to kick things off. And here we go. Just update Twitter quickly. Just think of the throw into Birmingham. Birmingham are 6th and Derby are 12th at the moment. There you've got Wayne Rooney's managerial record. 1-12, drawn 11, lost 17, 30% win rate. Let me know what you think of Wayne Rooney as a manager. Personally, I'm shocked he got the job. I was really shocked. But they took a gamble. It's just unfortunately for them, the gamble hasn't paid off. So we throw into Birmingham City. Troy Deeney on the bench with a big smile. Make sure to smash the like button, everyone. Long throw. Won by Jagielka. Greg Livingston with a comment. Do you feel Nottingham going down? I don't know. I know it's early. I really can't see them winning games. In winning trophies with Brian Clough, too big for the club to go down. I think Greg, no club is too big to go down. I think that is pretty much certain throughout whichever league you go, there's always a team that you think in the league was like, yeah, too big to go down. Like Leeds back in the day from the Premier League, oh, too good to go down. Look at the squad. Then they went down. Leeds went down from League One. It's like, too big to go down. Sunderland went down. People thought, Sunderland too big to go down, but Sunderland went down. So I've not seen much of Nottingham Forest. I don't know whether they got off to a good start or a bad start, but Nottingham Forest got a couple of good players. Brendan Johnson made his Wales debut this international break. Bit of a bright spark. But the thing is, with Nottingham Forest, they've got Chris Hughton. Chris Hughton is a great pair of hands, I think. Like, if they just get the formula right, I think they could do really well this year. I don't... Okay, really well might be pushing it, but I don't think they'll get relegated. I honestly feel like there are a few worse... I do feel like there are some poorer teams than Nottingham Forest in the league. And plus, Nottingham Forest have got Lewis Grabban, who's guaranteed goals, and that's what you need to stay in this division. Ravel Morrison went down. It's so interesting to see Ravel Morrison. The potential. I remember seeing his solo goal against Tottenham when he played for West Ham. 12th club of his career. So much talent. You can get his attitude right. There's a player in there, the Jamaican international. Jukovic holding it up, but Scott Hogan trying to press. Nathan Byrne tries to clear it upfield. Should get down the channel. Lawrence is chasing, but Roberts is under no pressure. And it's Strenic. Colin feeds it down to Jukovic trying to use that strength. He just pass it back to the back three and they go from there. Sarkic on the ball. He was definitely on loan because I remember just checking in on the Shrewsbury scores last year and like he was there. Look at Nottingham's history. The things that have won, of course, they're a big club. Yeah. I'm not saying that they're not a big club. They've got a better European pedigree than Arsenal, but no club is too big to go down. And I'm not saying Nottingham Forest are going to go down because I'm not. Oh, Max Bird slips in Bulldog, but Bowen. I think Nottingham Forest will be fine this year. Don't think they get promoted. Bulldog is in the box. Yeah, Nottingham Forest won't go down. Nah, won't go down. Shinny and Burn. Oh, shot and saved by Zahid. Derby looking good there with a few one-touch bits of play. Tom Lawrence with the shot, easily saved, but Ravel Morrison just playing 1-2. Lawrence with the left foot. The Welsh international was left. So he left out the Wales squad for a few times, and there's a World Cup coming Christmas next year. So he's hoping that his form will pick up so he can get selected in the squad. He's got like 20 caps for Wales, I think. So everyone that's new around here, make sure to smash the like button. We have a very packed action for you this weekend. Just run through what the scheduling. Let you know what the scheduling is. So tomorrow we've got two bits of action tomorrow. We've got RB Leipzig versus Bayern Munich Saturday evening, covered by Jamie. Then we've got the US Open Women's Final, Radnicani versus Fernandez at 9 PM. That'll be done by Jamie and Cara. On Sunday we've got the MotoGP. Then the Italian, the F1 Italian GP. Then we've got Lazio Milan, and then the US Open Men's Tennis Final. So we've got an action-packed weekend for you guys, so make sure you stick around on Let's Talk Sport. But back to the game, throw into Birmingham City. It's easy possession. Ball lofted in. Oh, defender and keeper mixed up. To Heath Chong on loan from United. Chong floats in the ball. Ah, it's just a little bit over and it's headed out. Okay. It's so odd. They have Scott McKenna, who's a useless defender. Is he not that great then? Because he was linked with a big club, Scott McKenna. yeah, Nottingham Forest got a good team. A good team. They got Carl Jenkins in it, so a decent team. Just possession out the back for Derby County. Thing is, Birmingham have struggled for goals this year. I know that they've scored 7 goals, but I was just watching the missed chances that they've had, and with Troy Deeney in the club now, they should be alright. Well, hopefully he'll be able to convert. And it's thrown to Derby. Just ball off it over the top, but looks like Derby just gained it back, and they're looking just to keep possession. Jagielka. I'm shocked Jagielka's still playing. 39, nearly 40. I thought he'd have one more crack at Sheffield United, try to get him promoted and then retire, but no, still life left. Chong was fouled by Lawrence, but Birmingham City play on. No major signings for Birmingham City. Etheridge, their usual number 1, I think he's still in hospital with COVID, so hopefully he gets well soon. So that's why Strahik is in goal at the moment. Just like possession from Birmingham City. Colin driving in the middle to Jukovic, to Bella. That cuts inside, lofts it over Jukovic, and Struich shoots into a crowd of bodies. Now Derby can break with nearly 10 minutes in, and Strachey just boots it upfield under pressure from Bulldog, but he clears it with no pressure. Luke, have you seen McKenna playing for Scotland? Dreadful, and he plays for Nottingham as well. I think the only game I saw him play was last season when we did that watch along for Sheffield Wednesday, Nottingham Forest. I thought he played alright, I think, but no, I've not seen much of him for Scotland. But he doesn't play a lot for Scotland, which sort of says it all really, because they're not blessed with really good centre backs. Greg, let me know what you think of Scott McTominay, because I'm really interested, because you're a Scotland fan, right? And in our group chat, Jamie Burgoyne thinks he's a good enough DM for Manchester United to win the league. But he's not a DM, he's a number 8, and if he was that good, he'd be starting for Scotland every international, but instead he's starting at centre-back. So, as a Scotland fan, do you really rate Scott McTominay, and do you think he can be that anchoring midfielder? Because for me, he's a box-to-box midfielder. Like, he's got energy, he likes to run around. For me, he's just not disciplined to sit and just protect the back four. So I'd love to know your comments, Greg. But Derby just got possession at the moment. Kemar Ruth on the ball, gives it to a bit slower in possession. Derby, there's no one making runs. It's just very slow in the just Birmingham pressing, but I think Hogan went in and it's a foul on Jagielka. The bench for Derby's not really strong. You've shown that because they've been stuck with like 3 signings, I think, and youth players. So that's why they were able to get the likes of Phil Jagielka, Bulldog, and I think they've got a couple of others. No, they've had to use their academy a lot. Most clean sheets, Matthias Strahic with 3, joint with Simon Sluga of Luton, who's actually a Croatian international, which is a fun fact for you. think Strahic is a Montenegrin international. I must have a look because I swore he played this international break to show a chance that went and it was gathered in the chest of the goalkeeper. Noah's making runs for the ball. Like Ravel Morrison has dropped into basically a DM. Ball down Silby because he's trying to cut it back, but cuts it back, but there's no one there. Just gotta find out if he actually played this international break. So down the line, pushed in the back. Is that a foul? No, it's a corner. Let's see if he actually played international football. Because I know he's not the number one. He was born in Grimsby. Yeah, Montenegro national team came through the... it's on loan from Wolves. Yeah, it's on loan from Wolves. And he signed for Villa. And he left for Wolves, yeah. So he's a Montenegrin international. So he's got to keep it with pedigree. Just Wolves. I don't think he'll get a looking at Wolves. But yeah, again, I saw Jose Sarr and he was pony against United. Just let the shot go right through. And what a downgrade that is. So hopefully Strahic's 24. Chong cuts inside on his left. Good bit of skill, but back to Woods. Chong's down, injured maybe. Birmingham still playing on. Colin crosses the ball in. Good header by Jagielka. Chong's just back to his feet. Bella. And then passed it back to Harley Dean, bought from Brentford a few years ago. Ryan Woods, I think he played for Brentford and Stoke, I think. Chong. A big move for Chong because didn't like Abdul Wolfsburg. I think United played him at left back in pre-season and everyone was like, oh my god, he could be a player. But I think he's one of those ones that was a wonder kid, and I think he'll have an alright career. Bruh, I'm at Park Life. Lucky for some. Lucky for some we're going. Yeah, you're probably neck deep in bevies, mate. Good possession by Derby, passing it out from the back away from Birmingham's press. Max Bird made his debut under Frank Lampard. Shinny. Is it Ravel Morris? No, it's Nathan Byrne. Silby down the right, driving, crosses it in and is into the arms of Strahic. Derby have had the majority of possession, but it's not been. They've had one shot on target, which is more than what Birmingham have had. But header up by Jukovic, but it's only as far as Davis, and he gives it to Silby, who's under pressure. But as he played the ball out, yeah, it's a throw into Birmingham City. Oh, Derby players thinking he ran the ball out, but he hasn't. Switch of play to Colin. Try to head it through. Oh, just there's not really good communication between the goalkeeper and the defence, Kemar Ruth. I think David Marshall was the number one. I don't know whether or not he's still at Derby. Is David Marshall still at Derby, or is he injured? Mark Roberts. Stadium. I don't think the stadium's packed, but there's a few fans in it. Grey Limited in the comment. To be honest, with Scott McTominay, I feel like he plays good, but the reason he plays at centre back is Got John McGinn, Billy Gilmore. That's why he doesn't play in midfield. If he was that good, he'd be playing in midfield, wouldn't he, Greg? If he was that good, they'd find a space for him. But he's not that great. He's not that great. I don't know what people see in Scott McTominay that I don't, because he ain't that great. Oh, Ravel Morrison tried to feed it into Burn and calling for a corner. But, yeah, Scott McTominay ain't that great. To be honest, does Scotland miss him this international break? Not at all. I thought Scotland looked great this international break. Just looking at that chance where Ravel Morrison's just cut above this division. Just that sidewall pass, but it deflected on the way through and it's out for a corner. No clear-cut chances so far this game. If you're just tuning in, still 0-0. Headed back to Burn. Burn just chops inside. Is he gonna poor ball back into the box? Now it can be Birmingham's time to get through. Clears upfield. But it's a free kick to Derby again. Foul from Bella on Bachman. Bella playing a left wing back role, traditionally a left winger. Possession between the two veterans at the back, both England internationals. I know Jagielka was. Does Curtis Davis ever get a cap? I don't think he did actually. I know that he made the squad in 2010, back in that World Cup qualifying for South Africa. Bauman to Lawrence. The cut inside onto his left, tries to feed it into Silby, but Derby calling for a foul. Now it's their turn to get Luka Jukovic peeled out to the right. Colin back on the ball. Just no be afraid to kill a pass at the moment. Very safe at the moment on the ball from both sides. We'll try to flick it over to Hogan, tries to flick it through to Jukovic, but poor pass back. Now it's time for Derby to counter. All back to Ruth, just plays it through the press, and I'm shocked that Birmingham haven't gone to press Jagielka and Curtis Davis more. Oh, Greg, you're talking my language, Greg. You're talking my language. So that, yeah, of course. If he was that good, he would have been playing in midfield. But Scott McGinn and Billy Gilmore are on a different level than Scott. But he's not going to help United win in the league. Exactly, Greg. Exactly. And plus, like, Scotland got some underrated midfielders. Like, I like Callum McGregor a lot. Like plays in that double pivot, because I know you like to play three at the back. But I just have a look at your last result. And like they've got quality, and like Scott McTominay's a centre back. Just gonna have a look. It's just a foul there. Yeah, just gonna have a look at your last result, right? Against Austria. Do you look at that? Yeah, Gilmore was man of the match. I'm trying to find your team. Come on. Derby talking with I forgot his name. And Liam Rossinia. That's his name. Yeah, like Scotland got good players in midfield, and like Scott McTominay's not a DM, and he's not a box-to-box midfielder, and he's certainly not a centre half for Scotland. I think you've conceded goals where if you had a proper centre half where telling the balls go over the top, it's like I can see where he went wrong there. Ruth on the ball. Oh, getting pressed, but he pings it out. Thanks for that, Greg. Thanks for agreeing with me there, because I feel like I've been fighting a losing battle in our group chat over Scott McTominay. Rooney shouting up to get the press going. Yeah, the Derby press when Birmingham have been on the ball at the back has been pretty poor, but yet again the press has actually worked. Fewest goals conceded this season. Birmingham with 3 and Derby with 4, with Fulham with 3 as well. I feel like United need to buy another midfielder, not just another midfielder, a midfielder that's world class. Exactly, Greg. I've said that. I said that in our Premier League review video with Jamie. I said it in the group chat. Yeah, United had a great window. It was an 8 out of 10 window. But if you would have got a DM, that would have been a 10 out of 10 window. No excuses for Ollie. Hogan tries to get past Davis, but Davis is holding him up on the wing. Now Derby get it clear. Yeah, I said that, Greg. But the thing is, like, the thing with United, like, they were only linked with Declan Rice and Ndidi, but since the transfer window closed, the race for Declan Rice next year is gonna be immense. Because I know Chelsea are looking at him, United were looking at him. Those were the big clubs. I think Liverpool were monitoring, but Liverpool aren't going to touch Declan Rice, and I don't particularly blame them. But, and then obviously people have always said, oh, get Ndidi, but like, if United had a decent scouting system, they would have picked up a DM for half the price that they're going to end up paying. Like, let's say United do get Declan Rice, how much are they going to pay? They're going to check Jesse Lingard, and Jesse Lingard's 70 million. That's what it's going to have to be. Graham Shinney picking up a yellow card. So yeah, be very interesting to see how Ronaldo does tomorrow. I won't be able to watch it, 1 because it's at 3 PM, and 2 I'm at work tomorrow, so I won't be able to see it. But I'll be so interested, because as much as Ronaldo banged at Juventus, oh, header in and it's wide. As much as he banged at Juventus, I think over, like, the second top goal scorer to him in that team was Dybala with 20 over 2 seasons. I think Ronaldo had like 81 league goals. He had like 81 league goals in however many, like 81 and 90. Is it like 88, 91 league games or something ridiculous like that? But like, the drop off is massive compared to anyone else, and I feel like that's going to be the same thing that's going to happen again. I think you're going to see everyone's output at United drop like a lot, because everything's going to go through him now. He's going to be on the penalties, he's going to be on the free kicks, which is mental. Like, there's no fear of Ronaldo taking a free kick anymore. I think he scored 1 in 80 attempts at Juve, and 1 went in. So, be interested to see how he does. As controversial as it sounds, still doesn't push him over the line. But that's just my views, and that's not me being a salty Liverpool fan. I just still think he does not push them over the line still. Derby strike just brought up. Was it coming out, but Bellman heads it. But let me know what you think in the chat. Troy Dean looks like he's warming up. Don't think he's going to be making a sub. I think his sub's just warming up. Yeah. It's good to see fans back in the stadium. It's good to see fans back. How long that will last though this season, that is a completely different debate. It's a completely different debate. How long you'll see fans back this season is going to be completely different. Because there's already plans of having a lockdown with no fans and stuff like that, and yeah, it's not going to look good, I think. Derby get it up clear, but only his back is Marcus Roberts, who clips it down the line. The fullback's just going to see it out, and it'll be a goal kick to the Derby County. 0-0. Both teams have the fewest goals conceded, so chances have been very... What's the word? They've been rare. Chances have been very rare between both sides. We've had one shot on target. That was Lawrence. Oh, Ruth, his ball was poor to Colin. But still Colin. Feeds it back. Gives it to Bella. Byrne slides in and just it gets a deflection off the winger and off the Birmingham City wing back, and it's a throw in. Nathan Byrne, so he was on the books at Manchester City. He went to Wigan and then signed for Derby when Wigan got relegated. Good tackle by Byrne. Just looking for options for the throw. The throw into Derby. Open the window and it's bloody boiling. Every time I stream in here, not my room. Like the room is boiling in here every time I stream. Oh, so much better. Just a bit of a pinball. Bulldog. Couldn't get to the ball, but now it's Derby on it. Derby are growing into the game now. Derby to Sylvie to Byrne. Tries to get it down. Oh, was that a foul? No, no foul. It's so weird, right? Because I thought Birmingham was the better side, but Derby had the shot on target. I feel like Derby's press has increased when Birmingham City being on the ball, but Birmingham City are now on the Jukovic. No, but I felt like that the pressing from both sides hasn't been great. The pressing in midfield battle. It's been great, but when either defence has been on the ball, the press from the other team hasn't been the greatest. Marcus Roberts on the ball with a long throw. Harley Dean. Oh, Scott Hogan wide. Scott Hogan wide. Just looking back at that chance now. Harley Dean's the skipper. Derby playing it out from the back. Jagielka just passed it. Oh, about to say, what a mess up from the goalkeeper. Got deflected off Hogan, but it's back to Birmingham City. Curtis Davis, Bird to the young fullback. Oh, poor ball by the fullback, and it's Hogan! Oh, great save by the keeper. Jukovic, shot deflected to Hogan! And it's 1-0. 1-0 Scott Hogan. Birmingham City's top goal scorer is at it again. Before everyone says update the scoreboard, scoreboard is getting update. Oh, it's not 10-0. Rooney's Derby's behind. And it's a goal for Scott Hogan. 31 minutes in. Just a poor pass back. Such a Derby goal to concede, I've just seen on Twitter. Thank you everyone for being patient there. Just showing back at that chance again. The Hogan shot Kane because, oh, that poor goalkeeping. That's poor goalkeeping. You can't be doing that. Jukovic's weak shot, the second one. He tried to catch it but ended up just flapping. Scott Hogan with his 3rd league goal of the season, and that is his 50th championship goal of his career. He's probably one of those players that this level is a perfect level for him, because I think he moved from Brentford to Villa, like big money, and like in the championship, balled out. Premier League, couldn't hack it. Went to Birmingham City on loan. I think was last season, January last season. Absolutely smashed it. Signed on permanent, which is odd because I don't know when the last time a person from Villa went to Birmingham City. Chong tries to get past Davis, but it was blocked. Now Derby can get on the counter, and now it's Burn driving into the opposition half. Just when they get to that, and then Woods right into the back of Ravon Morrison, and now it's a free kick. The thing is with Derby, like when they're getting the ball, like they look like they could get into a good position. Ravon Morrison having a go at Woods, but when they're trying to get into a good position, it's like, oh, we'll just go back. It's easier just to go back. So Woods a bit pissed off at Ravon Morrison. Ravon Morrison's just telling me, push me in the back there. Where to go? Momentum. It's like looking at the statistics. What that Lawrence shot didn't even count as a shot on target. That is a mental. According to the stats here, they've not had a shot on target. And Birmingham had 31% of possession. And Birmingham City's I do expect Birmingham City clapping for a former City player that sadly passed away. I feel like when Derby have the ball round the back, it's like the ball gets given to Davis or Jagielka, and there's no one making the run. The DM's not dropping in, giving him space, and you're leaving a goalkeeper who has really suspect kicking to kick like that, and they nearly gave the ball back, but it's Chong. Probably could have left that for Jukovic. He might have been able to have a shot on goal, but he passed it back to Roberts. Roberts with a lifted ball in. Jukovic, almost banked Jukovic to score today. He scored 10 goals against Derby in his professional career, most against any other side. I think it's double the most he scored against the second side, which is like Blackburn and Ipswich. Down, ball over the top, headed away by Burn. Like Derby get here, they get the ball. Like you're thinking, oh, they're gonna drive now, and Ravon Morrison's annoyed. I'm shocked he even entertained the move to the Championship, but Shinny, where's Max Bird should be offering to drop deep to then let the fullbacks push higher up, but he's just not doing it. Don't know whether or not it's because the experienced players are saying no, you need to just push up. Oh, they slipped. Hogan tries to chip the goalkeeper, and it's wide. Just look at Kemar Roos there. Tries to pass it to Jagielka. Jagielka slipped, and Scott Hogan saw that he's miles off his line. Tried to chip him. That would have been one of the goals of the season. That would have came off. Jagielka looks like he's blown out of his arse. Not even up to half time yet. Me and Greg have got a spot on so far. Birmingham City are on the win. Rooney looking fierce. I'm shocked Derby didn't get an experienced manager in. Like, why give it to a rookie? Is what like, let's not beat around the bush here. Rooney is a rookie manager. He's a rookie manager. Will he turn out to be a good manager? I don't think so. Personally. Just because you are an elite player does not make you an elite manager. I think ex-players have found that out. They managed that at the top game. I'm trying to think who's the most high profile one that's not actually worked out. Lampard, say Rooney. Let me know in the comments, guys, if there was an elite world-class player that made a crap manager. I'll give you one right off the bat. Thierry Henry, awful manager. Awful. Derby when conceding first since June 2020, played 28, drawn 4, lost 24. Oh dear. So Marcus Roberts with the long throw. Heading out. West heads it back. Now they can break. Still, he got pushed out. He thinks that was a foul. Rooney looks pissed. Just looking at that. Do you think that was a foul there? I might think that there was. Yeah, it got sandwiched in between both players, whether or not they knew exactly what they were doing. Is it a free kick to Derby? I think Rooney needs to get in at half time and give some inspiration to his side. Say, look a bit less lackluster. Ball with Derby now. Jeez. Right. Still possession. Derby with the ball, but instantly pressed. John Lawrence loses the ball there. I'm shocked. Like, Rooney gave a guy, right, who's never shown to be a leader, and had that incident with Richard Keown like a year or so, a couple of years ago. I'm shocked he got given the captain's armband. Like, if you look at that dressing room, there's much, like, there's bigger experience than him in the dressing room, such as Curtis Davis could have easily had the captain's armband. It's a corner. Oh, what a mismatch. Yeah, so like there's better candidates for captaincy in that dressing room. Corner in headed and it's wide, 42 minutes in. Just looking back at the goal. Yeah, just can't believe that. It was Like, what a hash of that defensively. Oh, I don't know why Ruth is jumping like that when he's about to hit the back of the neck. FA, he just palmed it into his hands. If he didn't touch it, that doesn't go into the hand. Jagielka heads it back, but Davis is stretching. Yeah, that combined age at the back of 75. The combined age of both of them. Obviously got Christian Bilic, but he's out with like a long-term injury. Like, he has not had a good spell since I think he signed for Derby and he broke his leg or something like that. Or he's got problems with his knees, so he's not been able to really get back on the pitch. I've got no idea when he's meant to be back, so hopefully he's back soon. That's another corner. No, it's a throw. Marcus Roberts. And it's over. Everyone's watching, make sure to smash the like button. If you want more Championship watch-alongs this season, then just let us know in the comments below. Or let us know on Twitter. Make sure to tag us at Let's Talk Sport 12. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more watch-along content. Obviously, we're going to try and do some more stuff on the channel this season. There's a few ideas we're currently looking at the moment. Lawrence tries to cut through and he's fouled and it's a free kick. Yeah, so we're hopefully looking to add a few more things to the channel. Maybe do some weekly shows on the sporting stories throughout the week. Maybe do some shows, some specific shows on specific sports. So that's something that you'd be interested in. Hopefully we'll get some guests on as well, some new faces on as well. So because there's a lot to look forward to in this coming season. So make sure to smash the like button. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before when do we like 5k subs by? We want to get 5k subs by Christmas. So I think that's the aim. I think we can do it. I think we can get to 5k by Christmas easily, because we've got a great community here at Let's Talk Sport. Just Tom Lawrence with the free kick. He's looking for the knuckle ball, looking for whatever that was. I just hit the thing and Byrne goes down and wants a free kick, but in reality it's just a throw because he threw himself onto the floor there. Yeah, but it's just a shoulder barge. Just a shoulder barge. And it's currently half time. Scott Hogan goal is the one that separates the two sides at the moment. Stuff to do for Rudy at half time. Good. I might not make it for tomorrow's stream because it works out. My work day works out. Me and a few other lads are doing the horse race. Well, enjoy your day tomorrow, Greg. It's currently half time. It's currently 1-0 to Derby County. Chances few and far between, to be honest. Derby had one shot. I don't think it was one shot. It was a P roller from Tom Lawrence. into the hands of the keeper. But I think Derby have had more of the ball. They've been more of the possession-based side. However, there has definitely been signs of concern for Derby, especially with when they've been on the ball at the back. Roos doesn't look confident, but when he gives the ball to Jagielka and Davis, like they're both looking for runners or looking for someone to drop deep, and that's not happened. I thought the Birmingham press was good throughout the game, dipped in certain aspects, but you'd expect that. First 20 minutes, I thought the Derby press was pretty poor, especially when Birmingham City had the ball in their back three. I thought the press was poor, picked up a little bit towards the end, especially after they went down a goal. A couple of good counter-attacks for each side, resulted in not a lot. But it's a lot to do for Rooney at half-time. If I'm Lee Bowyer, get Troy Deeney on, maybe for Jukovic, a bit more of a target threat, a bit more of a physical press, and let Scott Hogan and Chong just really cause that Derby backline balance. And for Derby, I just don't know what they can do. I don't know if I've got any quality on the bench. Just look at the bench for Derby at the moment. Just look at the Derby bench. The Derby Bear. Yeah, so you got Richard Stearman, centre back, Allsop goalkeeper. Got Stretton, who's made his debut this season, scored a goal in the League Cup. I think it's Ben Watson on the bench. I think the former Wigan and Watford and Nottingham Forest central midfielder, and Jason Knight, a young Irish international, someone that Rooney injured. Someone Rooney injured in training, which is baffling because like they're desperate for players and Rooney just goes and hacks one of his most exciting players. But it's not a lot of options for him. Maybe Knight comes on, maybe Stretton for a little bit of pace up front. The bench for Birmingham, you've got Friend, McGree, Gardner, that's Gary Gardner, Dion Saunders, who's on loan from Wolves, Truman, sub-goalkeeper Deeney, and Chunk and Nelke, who was at Arsenal, I think, back in the day, went to play abroad, played at MK Dons as well. So, yeah, just hopefully for a little bit more quality. Not from Birmingham, because I think Birmingham are doing exactly what they've needed. It's been superb game management. I just don't think, yes, could they create a little bit more? Yeah, but Derby haven't created anything either. I think the midfield battle's been competitive. I think it's been very interesting because the way that Birmingham set up, it's sort of like you've got Woods and Sunnick in the middle, and then you've got Chong playing as that 10. And because with Derby playing the 4-3-3, you were worried that Woods and Stranick was going to get overrun by Shinnie, Bird, and I think it was Ravon Morrison in the midfield three. But to be fairness to Chong, he's dropped in and he's made it really, really difficult, and it's been a great midfield battle. So it's been a good game so far. It's not been free flowing football. What time is the first stream, Luke? Because I might be able to make it, depends on what stream it is. Right, so the first stream tomorrow, let's get the schedule up here. It's RB Leipzig versus Bayern Munich at 5:30 PM, Greg. That's the first stream tomorrow. And do you rate Lawrence? Because I'm surprised he's not at a big club. He was at Manchester United, Greg. Remember when Giggs took over, when Moyes got sacked? He actually played. Like, he actually played. I'm just trying to find it. He's actually born in Wrexham. Funny enough, 27 years of age. Just want to see what his career is. I don't want to look at Wikipedia. Yeah, let's look at Transfermarkt, because he's been at a few clubs. He's been at a few So he's got 1 goal so far this season. Plays across the front line. Yeah, so Greg, he was being at Yeovil on loan. He played for United. He signed for Leicester afterwards. Went on loan to Rotherham, then Blackburn, then Cardiff, then Ipswich. Never really made an impact at Leicester. And then he got sold to Derby in 17-18 for £5 million, and since then he's had flashes of good games, but he's not been able to kick on with that potential. His contract expires in a year's time. I'm shocked he didn't. Like, other clubs weren't looking at him, but I just don't think he's all there. I don't know whether there's something missing from his game. Like, at all. Joined in 2017, yeah. He's got 23 caps for Wales and 3 goals. So I don't know with him. I think the thing is, if his career doesn't pick up, you can just see him dropping down the divisions. But you're interested to see what his goal contributions has been like since he's joined Derby, but it's not been as great as people would make out, considering that the talent and hype. I think Giggs massively hyped him up when he was in the youth setup. Lawrence is a good free kick taker. Yeah, he scored a good free kicks in the Championship. Just got to see what he's actually like. What's his career? No, I need to see what his goals output has been for Derby. It's not full stats. Yeah, let's look at his full stats for Derby. (17-18) he signed. He got 6 goals and 8 assists in the Championship in his first season. What did he have in the next season? Then he had 7 goals and 5 assists. Looks like there he had a better season with 10 goals and 4 assists in the Championship. So it's been gradual improvement. But he's 27 now, so in theory he should be at his prime. Should be heading his prime. Then he had. Yeah, and then he's dropped. Since that season we scored 10 league goals, he's just dropped. And that's why I'm stunned he got given the captain's armband, because obviously he had that controversy with Richard Keogh. I'm just shocked he's been given the armband. It doesn't strike me as a leader. At all. But maybe I'm being harsh. I actually can be a bit harsh, so maybe I'm just being harsh on him, but if anyone's like watched him for Wales, like, let me know what you think, or anyone that's watched him at previous clubs, because like he's got 1 year left on his deal. So I don't know. I don't see where he goes next. I think he goes to League One next year. I really do. Just look at the Championship. I was like, oh, does anyone need a Tom Lawrence? Really? Just, he should have kicked on. I thought it was yeah, Leicester signed him. I don't think he ever played for Leicester. Like, he played a handful of games for Leicester in cups and stuff. And that was it. Shout out to the one person that's watching. Make sure to smash the like button. Oh dear. Second half underway in a bit. Gonna have to get a green screen sorted out because my office is a bit of a mess and no one wants to see behind me. I got. Has anyone seen this? People are blocking United on Twitter. best players. Well, the best players are the players in the non-league, because people have said where the best players are. Well, the best players are the players in the non-league. Really? Yeah. Well, to be fair, there have been some gems that have come from non-league. Vardy, Tony, Bowen, Jared Bowen, Chris Smallings came from non-league. Danny Ward came from non-league. Trying to think who's really high profile that came out of there. Andre Gray came from non-league. So yeah, there's loads of players that have come from non-league, and that's made the journey. First half is underway. Oh, second half is first half is underway. Ah, dearie, dearie me. Right. Second half is about to be underway. Soon. Yeah, it's about to start soon. Derby've had 67% possession, and apparently they've had no shots on target, which I find as a bit, because I saw them have a shot on target. Everyone's watching, make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on our journey to 5,000 subscribers, as we look to give you some quality content over the next sporting season. From football to tennis to golf, and the golf majors are back. I'm pretty sure that you'll all be tuning in to watch the golf. When the MotoGP, the Grand Prix, UFC, that'll be back this month. UFC. I'll be back for UFC 266 this month. Headlined by, is it Ortega Volkanovski? Or is it someone else? Yeah, headlined by Ortega Volkanovski. But that's probably one of the cards stacked. I think it would do well in pay-per-view buys, not because of the main event, because it's got Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler on it. That's why I think it's going to do really, really well. Second half is about to be underway, looking like a substitution's about to be made. Is it Robbie Stratton? Be Stratton for Bulldog or something like that, because Bulldog's been... No, it's Shinny. Shinny's coming off. There's a Scotland youngster. I meant to be. So a forward for a midfielder. Said Rooney needed to do something. Maybe this is it. Just waiting for the kit to be given. So just gonna do the Derby gotta come out all guns blazing, because they're gonna need to do Shinny since substituted. I'm just gonna put Bella with a shot already. Stratton. Update Twitter quickly. Did you heard that Jamie Vardy's part owner of a US team? Yes, I did hear about that. Yeah. I did hear. I did hear indeed. This could be an end-to-end second half. Yeah, I did hear about that. Dean just passed it back to the goalkeeper. Stretton's pressing, I expect him to do a lot of that. Make sure to give us a follow on our social media platforms. Oh, Rexon's been removed now. Oh, what? And Derby tried to get through, but is easily picked up by Birmingham City. And it'll be thrown by Marcus Roberts. Everyone's watching. Make sure to smash the like button. Derby boot the ball upfield. There's one map of Birmingham City. So Birmingham have out-muscled Derby in the air, and when Derby play it on the floor, they can't get past Birmingham. So I can see Derby not scoring at all. I say that now, I was going to say Derby scored. I'm going to say Derby score now, because I've just said that they can't score now. Bowen. Looks like it's Bird and Ravel Morrison. Oh, Ravel Morrison is a DM. Oh my days. Oh my god. Ravel Morrison sitting. God, his career's gone down the toilet. Like, gone from Fergie to being managed by Rooney. Oh my days. What should I say? Rooney's definitely the worst manager he'll ever play under. Guaranteed. Anyone thinks Ravel Morrison played under a worse coach than Rooney, let me know in the comments. Because I think there's... Bella cuts inside. Is he going to go for a shot? It shoots. Deflected. It could get the rebound, but Stretton tries to squeeze out. Gives it to Silby and a free kick. Yeah, Silic with the foul on Stretton. Bright future. He started well for Derby. Fully expecting to get a Scotland cap this season. Ravel Morrison's dropping deep now. So it looks like he's the deep line. So it looks like Ravel Morrison's now the deep line playmaker. Like he's now middle of that three. With Max Bird on the right. Is Tom Lawrence in left side and centre mid? Yay, yay, yay. Burn. Jagielka. Derby's next few fixtures: West Brom, Stoke, Sheffield United, Reading, Swansea, Preston. Oh, they're not going to get anything out of that. Ravel Morrison driving through the middle, tries to feed it through to Selby to Byrne. Because it's Stretton who's running down the right. Tries to hold off Harley Dean. Tried to nutmeg the Birmingham skipper, but the flick didn't come off, and it's thrown to Birmingham City. Harley Dean probably going to take the sting out of it a bit. Just telling his teammates later on. Who do you think will win the Edinburgh Derby on Sunday? Because I'm a Hearts fan and I have tickets for the mighty Hearts. Edinburgh Derby. Who is... This may sound like to show my lack of Scottish knowledge, but is the Edinburgh Derby Hearts versus Rangers? Was that another team? Because my knowledge on Scottish football is useless. Foul on Collins by the left back. Let me know who's the derby against. You know what, Greg? I will search that so I don't look like an absolute pillock. Ball in the box from Derby and it's out. Oh, it's Hearts and Hibernian. Oh, Hearts. Hearts. Yeah, I think Hearts will win that game, Greg. So hopefully you have a great Sunday. Hibernian cuts inside. Oh, shoots wide. Derby getting... Looks like they might be growing into that game. Yeah, I just got my derbies mixed up. Sorry, Greg. I let you down there, mate. I should have known. Should have known. Ball back to the Derby keeper. Being pressed by Jukovic. Is out for a throw, and jeez, there's no confidence like on the ball. It's like watching Adrian in goal. Pulled in by Jagielka. And he's just got the ball mixed up with the foot, like he didn't want to connect it. He's great. And it's a throw-in, and you know, with a long throw of Marcus Roberts, could cause some dangers. Burns at his average positions, yeah, super high up. Like Chong and Jukovic, like the highest forward. Bell is really high up. Is Dave Marshall injured? Yeah, I think he is, Greg. Didn't he get injured for Scotland at the Euros? Is Dave Marshall still at Derby? I need to find out, because he could have been released. He's now third choice. What? He's third choice, Greg. Oh my days. Yeah, Rangers number 2 keeper drop. Yeah, because they've been dropped from the Scotland squad. Like, wow. Third choice. Oh, that's how Craig Gordon got back in. Jeez, third choice. Jeez, I know David Marshall wasn't what he was, but he's definitely better than the keeper Derby got in goal right now. I remember when he was at Cardiff, and they came up in 13-14. He was immense. He was linked with like some big moves. I think Arsenal looking at him, and Liverpool wanted him at some point. But Trent cuts inside. Is he going to take a shot? Look up by Derby. Yeah, like, he's third choice now, mate. I'm shocked. Is that because they couldn't get him off the wage bill? Is that why he's been demoted? Because he's refused to leave? What are your thoughts that Brazil told FIFA? Yeah, oh, it came in the group chat, and I think it's really petty. I think it's really petty that they've done this, and they've invoked the FIFA rule, but not for Richarlison, because, you know, we're best mates with Everton and Richarlison won us the gold, so we'll let him off. I think it's super pity. The rules here, you got the quarantine in the red list country. That's why Liverpool stopped Salah going for one of Egypt's games. Out this week. Yeah, I think it's out of this week's game. So Salah didn't go to Egypt, but he played when they weren't in Egypt. So it's because of the government ruling. However, rumours are that the government ruling is going to be scrapped. So for next international break, they'll be able to go and come back, which I think is still wrong, but I think it's really petty. Because Mexico complain about Raul Jimenez, but they've withdrawn their complaint now, and the thing is, it affects... The thing is, ironically, it affects Liverpool the most, because and City this weekend, because Zach Steffen's got COVID and Ederson's banned, so they've got Scott Carson. We've got Adrian in goal, possibly for Leeds. But for like the other clubs, Thiago Silva, not a problem. Rafinha, it's going to be a massive miss. But this is the thing, there's an international break in 3 weeks. First game after the international break is Liverpool United. Yeah, are you telling me that Brazil are going to pull the same thing again? Because there's international. I think there's another 2 more international breaks until Christmas, and then after that there's none until March. So you're telling me every time the clubs go no thanks, you're going to vote the 5-day ban? Because that's what it is. It's petty. Is it right they can't vote for clubs for international use? No. So the thing is, if clubs refuse to let players go, the federations can invoke a 5-day ban, so they can't play with the clubs for 5 days. But the Premier League are gonna. No, City. Zach Steffen's got COVID, mate. So it's gonna be Scott Carson. But I do expect all the Brazilians to play. If there was no like red list, red zone, you had to quarantine, and then the Premier League clubs went, yeah, nah, we're not going to release them. Then I could sort of understand why the Brazil FA are pissed. However, it is government rule. They even asked the government, the Brazil FA, and Brazil was laughed at. I was like, no, it's not happening. So I do expect all the Brazilians to play. I expect all of them to play. So the problem is next international break. Thing is, Brazil didn't need them. Brazil have got one of the deepest international squads around. So it's not like they particularly missed. The thing that's baffling, right, like, let's take it from like a Liverpool perspective. Alisson played 1 Copa game and then got dropped for Ederson, and Fabinho barely plays for Brazil, like, at all. Like, Fred's preferred in that double pivot with Casemiro, and plus you can't ban Firmino because Firmino's injured, so he didn't go. But obviously everyone's talking about the Klopp comments from today, and Klopp was rightly pissed, and I sort of agree with him. And people are putting it down, oh, he's now pissed because he knows if he drops points. I think they brought it back to the transfer window. Oh, he knows he's had a crap transfer window, and that's why he's moaning, being angry, and and stuff, because he's making excuses for the fact that they didn't strengthen enough in the summer. However, I do, but Klopp does have a point, because it's club versus country again. And you got the thing with FIFA, because Klopp came out about FIFA. It's like the federations don't care about the players. They want to drain the players. World Cup every 2 years. So basically, they want a tournament every season, and players get 3-week rest. And I know people say, "Oh, athletes, very privileged life, to get paid lots of money to do the sport that we'd all kill to do." I'm like, yeah, but when the players are going to get their rest? And you're talking about just international fixtures. What about the Club World Cup? The Champions League? Making it more games, more money. Great save by Strahick from Lawrence. But more games, more money. That football calendar, I think they want to do that every 2 years after 2026. So after the one in the US. But let me tell you, when's there going to be the break? Because you've got the Champions League reformat, which I think it's a bit of a joke. It's UEFA's version of the Super League. Watch when the Champions League gets restructured. It will basically look like the Super League. Basically look like the Super League, but with UEFA's name on it. So very interesting. I don't want to be every 2 years. It loses the appeal. If there was a World Cup every 2 years, you'd lose the appeal. I'll play it down. Troy Deeney about to come on. Troy Deeney looking to come on, mate. To go through the tactics boards, and that's my opinions on it. To his Chong down injured, yeah, I do expect them to iron it out, because it's got to be ironed out for the next international break. Because let me tell you, I'll be so pissed if Brazil get into another hissy fit and say, yeah, you can't have Alisson or Fabinho against United. I'll be pissed. He's Chong still getting treatment. Make sure he's okay. He's got to get subbed because he's just KO'd onto the pitch. He's sitting up, which is good. Looking at that incident. Your shoulder in the elbow. There's like an elbow there. There's Craig Gardner. Craig Gardner is the technical director now. Luka Jukovic. looks like he's coming off for Troy Deeney. Hometown hero. I think that's how you spell your name. How do you spell Troy Deeney? Troy Deeney gonna make his Birmingham City debut. Got Deeney wrong. The crowds are absolutely buzzing. That's better. Scored that really great goal against Liverpool. But Liverpool will go invincible. Oh. Saeed TV, keep up the good work, mate. Oh, mate, that means a lot. That means a lot because actually before I was setting up the stream, I was actually watching yours, James Bregman's and Expressions energy show whilst I was just setting this up. So yeah, it means a lot, mate. It'd be great if you could come along and do like a watch along with us at some point. Do a video. But yeah, it's massive that you're even watching. So appreciate it. Keep up the good work, mate. Massive fan. Oh yeah, Saeed, if you're still in the chat, just let me know what you think of Wayne Rooney's manager, because I don't particularly rate him as a manager. I think he'll end up getting sacked this season because Derby are in a mess, and Rooney doesn't strike me as a motivator to get going. Throw into Derby. Just Derby looks so flat-footed in this game. Like, they made the sub with Stretton, and since then, I think they've had that Tom Lawrence shot that was saved, and that's been around it. Phil Jagielka trying to get things going for Derby, but things could be better. Threw a ball in. The Bulldog. Shot deflected by Harley. Is it Harley Dean? Yeah, Harley Dean. And it's a throw into Derby, I think. Yeah, that chance for Derby. Great run down the middle. Great ball through. He had to take the shot, or maybe he could have cut it back, but he took the shot first time. And it was blocked. Now Derby got the ball again with Jagielka, and just got to quicken things up now. Derby maybe push up, or rather Morrison is going to shoot with the right foot, and it's over the bar. Yeah, just maybe Derby need to push up an extra 10 or 15 yards, but the worry for that. Side with a comment. Yeah, he saw my mate the other day. Reckon he'll get sacked. Yeah, reckon he'd be a better coach myself with a similar setup like John Terry did. Yeah. I think him taking that job was just like, I think it was crazy when he retired, and it was like, yeah, I'll take the job. When I think Derby were looking for a takeover, and I was like, he's not going to do well. I think he started well. And like, you get the media, oh, could Rooney be the next great coach? And then he just absolutely flopped. He's got like a 30% win rate. Yeah, the thing with John Terry, I think it was perfect with Terry. Like he was under a good coach in Dean Smith. I think he's left now. I think it was like big rumours that he was going to take the Swansea job, but great save, tipped over the bar. Derby beginning to knock on the door a little bit more. Yeah, but I think it'd be very, very interesting to see what John Terry does now, and whether or not he'll get a top job. Hey, if Vieira doesn't do well at Palace, it would not shock me one bit if they bring John Terry in, or someone like that. But hopefully Vieira does do well, because a massive overhaul in that squad. Jagielka with the clip ball over the top, down to the feet of Stretton, but just knocks the ball a bit past him, and Dean just passes it out and now to Roberts, and hopefully Birmingham can get up the pitch. Deeney with his first touch tries to... What was that? What was that by Troy? Mental. Right. Yeah, but I think Rooney would make a better coach than a manager, and that's the way it is with some players. Some players make great coaches, make rubbish managers. I think I said earlier. Thierry Henry, great example, great coach for Belgium. He tried to do the whole management thing and didn't exactly work for him, and I think it didn't really work for Lampard either. But very interesting to see where I think Lampard gets another job. Bird, ball in, and it's out for a corner. Was it out for a corner or was it out for a goal kick? Sam Baldock looks a bit confused. Scott Hogan coming off the pitch, the goal scorer. And now for Gary Gardner to come on, brother of new technical director. Craig Gardner as a technical director. That never ceases to amaze me. Yeah, just makes those subs there. Still 1-0. Derby have been better second half. I just don't think they've got the quality up front. I think Derby could get relegated this year. But I'm just a bit... Are there 4 worse teams than Derby? Possibly. But it'd be tight like last year. I think Derby will just survive by the skin of their teeth, but the possibility of them getting relegated is quite high. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and follow us on Twitter, mate, for some more watch-alongs tomorrow. We're action-packed with the tennis, with some German football, and then we've got the MotoGP and the Grand Prix, and then we've got the men's tennis final on Sunday, so an action-packed weekend. And everyone that's watching, make sure to subscribe to Sayu TV. Great content over there, and you'll see him on YouTube, on the Big Six, on James Redmond's channel, Expressions' channel. Make sure to sub to them as well. Last 5 minutes, Derby got more of the possession. Ravel Morrison driving into Heath Tron, picks his pocket. It's like 2 generations of United youngsters there. The old prodigy and the new youngster. Ravel Morrison brought him down, and it's a yellow card. Looks like it could be a bit of a kicking off there. Tom Lawrence, the skipper, a little not happy with Roberts. Former United youngster Tom Lawrence. I wonder how many United youngsters are actually in this team. I think it's just Lawrence and Ravel Morrison that plays for United. I think that was it. Potentially could be another yellow card coming. Don't mind, Tom Lawrence is... yeah, both of them got yellow cards for for bickering like kids. Chong limping, just looking back at that exchange there. Ravel Morrison's driving. Yeah, that was a clean tackle by Tahith Chong. I think Ravel Morrison just kicked out at it. Just kicked out because he got the ball nicked off him. Just showing that the stats, like Derby have definitely grown into it. I think they've had 3 shots on target second half. That's a foul for Derby. Oh, Chong's in another bust-up. Chong's in another confrontation, this time with Jack Stratton, the substitute. You better be careful there, Tahith. Clantos Souza dos Santos. Goal. Have you just spoiled the thing? Just hopefully you haven't spoiled it. And it's a free kick to Derby. Maybe Derby can get an equaliser. Just showing that foul there. Yeah, it's a foul on Burn. Free kick. Burn whips it in, headed away, but straight back to Derby. Ravel Morrison. Just looking to play that 1-2, but the pass wasn't good enough, and now it's Birmingham chance. It's the break. Deeney's pressing, but the header from Jagielka's back to Roos, and they look to build. It's so interesting to see Ravel Morrison playing in that deep lying role. Shows how much responsibility Rooney is giving him. It's sort of his last chance saloon, really, because if he doesn't do well at Derby, I just don't know where he goes next, whether or not he'll go around Europe. I'm shocked he's not ended up in like the Arab League or something. Mark Goldbridge, that's football. Derby late winner, I say. Good work, mate. Stumble across this watch long. Oh, Mark. Another thank you, Mark. Absolute legend. I don't think Derby will get a late winner. I think under Rooney, I think when they've gone behind in 28 games, I think they've drawn 20. No, they've drawn 4 and lost 24. So it's quite unlikely. Mark, I'd love to know your thoughts on Rooney as a manager. Whether or not he'll get sacked this season, because obviously the financial difficulties around Derby. Like I was even shocked when Derby even got the when Derby gave him the job, because they were going to have a takeover, and then Rooney gets the job out of nowhere. It's incredible. Greg Livingston, the goat of the internet himself, Mark Goldbridge. You know what? Absolute pleasure. Oh, Roos punches it, he fumbles it, and yeah, it's an absolute pleasure, Mark. Absolute pleasure. So some of the guys on Let's Talk Sport, we do watch your stuff as well. I even watch some of your United stand stuff, and I'm a Liverpool fan because it's always interesting to see other clubs' perspective and what they say about your club. So it's quite interesting. Oh, Bella shoots, and 2-0 Derby. 2-0, and that is game over. Love him as a player, but bloody prat of a manager. You know what? Rooney as a manager, it's never suited me. I I just like, he doesn't strike me as a person that can like demand respect. Like obviously like demand respect as a player because of what he's achieved in the game, but like he doesn't scream as like manager. Dylan Williams is coming on for Louis Silby, so Rooney's not exactly making a positive substitution. He is parking the bus, which is like, if you didn't know Rooney was a United legend, you'd never know he played under Fergie with that substitution, because Sir Alex would be going, yeah, let's try and win this game 3-2, but instead Derby going with a whimper at the moment, and they're taking off another forward by the looks of it, and it's going to be Jason Knight, a midfielder, taking off the captain. Oh wow. Knight making his first league action after Wayne Rooney injured him in training. Look, imagine if Wayne... imagine if Wayne Rooney managed his brother. His brother would be telling him what to do. So... yeah, he's definitely getting sacked. Thanks, Mark, for tuning in. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel and follow us on Twitter. That'll be a massive, be a massive pleasure for us on the channel. And hopefully we can do some content together in the near future. Obviously we've got lots of other watch-alongs this week. Got the tennis, got the Bundesliga, we've got the MotoGP and the Grand Prix. So if you're interested in that, then there is plenty of content on the channel. Derby trying to... it's a foul. Derby trying to hurry things up. Ralph Morrison takes the free kick. Trying to quicken up the pace. We'll do something together. Oh, thanks, Mark. Yeah, just message us on Twitter, on our Twitter page, or drop us. I think we've got an email account, or DM me on Twitter at Luke. I think I follow you on Twitter actually. Or just DM me at Luke Tanner at Luke Tanner257. Oh, Birmingham City calling for trying to call for a free kick or a foul, but Rafa Morrison nicks the ball for Troy Deeney. I'm sure you don't want to pick a fight with Troy Deeney. Just looking at that, Rafa Morrison just dithering on the ball, and yeah, it's a lucky boy. It's a lucky boy, because I thought he got his pocket pick there. And it's a long ball by Derby. I've got to update Twitter on the second goal. Now Phil Jagielka driving through the middle. I'm surprised he's still got legs at 39 years old. But unsuccessful, and God, Rooney touches the ball and you're expecting him to like, come on, give it to my players. Give it to my players quickly. And he's like, ugh, there you go. He looks like a manager that's got no idea what he's doing. Like, no idea. Everyone that's watching, make sure to smash the like button and hit the subscribe button as well. We've got lots of content coming this weekend. We're on our road to 5k subscribers at the moment. Got another 400 to go. Derby just got the pocket picked again. Now Birmingham City just keeping possession. Derby have had a lot more shots second half. Who would win in a wrestling match? Adama or Akinfenwa? For me, it's Adama all day long. Now, for me, it's Akinfenwa all day long. Adebayo Akinfenwa all day long wins that. He's been like the strongest man in FIFA for the best part of like 6 years. So Deeney tried to turn Davis, but now loses the ball, but just gives it straight back to Birmingham City. Now it's Bella on the left wing. Tries to feed it in across the box, but it's easily gathered by the goalkeeper. Ball out. Jason Knight. A lot of potential, Jason Knight. I think he's got a few caps for Ireland at the moment, but he's going to be a one for the future, especially for the Irish team. Not seen much of him, but he's been getting rave reviews, so maybe we'll see him make the step up to the Premier League at some point in his career. There's like a. Do you think Adama does weights? Yeah, he definitely does weights. Does he do? Yeah, I think he does do minimal weights. Because I just think he wanted to sound better by saying I don't do weights, but I think he does do weights. But like, little. Not a lot, I think he does a little. Cross in, and a bit heavy by Derby, and it's the throw into Birmingham City. Birmingham City managing the game well. Just, I know, like, Derby have had some shots, but it's not been clear cut. It's not been like something like, oh, Derby got to score there. It's been shot straight at the goalkeeper. I think the fullback had a cross come shot, which struck it, which tipped over. But Ravel Morrison just pings it. I don't know why, like, or could have been a miscommunication there, but it's easily gathered by the goalkeeper. I don't know why, like, Ravel Morrison's trying to ping these first time balls over. It's just. But yeah, goal kick upfield. It's gathered by the goalkeeper. Birmingham still pressing in the dying stages of the game, but they know the game's wrapped up. Pass out point to Phil Jagielka to Burn. Just don't know. I don't know what Derby do to you know ignite the season. They can't make any signings because of financial fair play. They've brought in experience. Richard Stearman, who was a Premier League defender, wasn't a great Premier League defender, but he was alright in the Championship. They've got a Jagielka that wasn't great in the Premier League. They've got a Ravel Morrison who's like last chance saloon. Deeney's getting in scraps already. Jeez, Troy Deeney and Nathan Byrne. Troy Deeney's smiling. He knows he's in the Derby players' heads. Always in the action, Troy Deeney. Imagine if he gets Birmingham City promoted and gets them back into the big time since 2010-11. That season. Got relegated but won the League Cup by beating Arsenal, so what's not to like? Just back of that altercation. Long throw in, and then Troy Deeney just chucks the Derby fullback, and the Derby guy's trying to kick him. Troy Deeney said to the ref, "It's not my fault." We're 20 seconds into 5 minutes of stoppage time. Kemar Ruth with the free kick, tries to kick it long to Stretton. Ball bounces out to a goal kick. Well, Luke, it's been a good night. I'm going to get hammered with a drink. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Greg, enjoy your drink. Thank you for tuning in tonight, mate. Hopefully you'll be able to catch our watch-alongs over the weekend. there was there a player who played for Birmingham City called Ziggy? Oh, I think so. I think that was his nickname, but I'm trying to think who it was. That sounds so familiar. I think so, Greg, but I'm not too sure. 120 in. He's knocking around the back. Jagielka trying to make something happen, driving. Just just pass it back. Like, they need to try something. Bird tries to the ball inside. Possession by Derby, but it's just instantly. 3 minutes remaining. Oh, Burn tries to go inside, but the ball's intercepted. But by Chong. Chong's had a good game. He's not been good on the ball, but he's been great off the ball with his pressing and his running. Pedersen just passes it back to Strakic, and he pings it upfield. But it's flicked on to Colin, but he's offside. Pressed by Kemar Ruth. I'm just gonna update Twitter. Heath Chong's been given man of the match by Sky Sports. Let me know your man of the matches in the comments below. My personal man of the match, probably Scott Hogan, because he scored the opening goal. And ball through, that was easily gathered by the goalkeeper, and we've got less than a minute left. And Roos with the ball. Ball upfield. Birmingham City have been by far the better team tonight. Heath Chong getting stuck in. Troy Deeney, sure he hasn't got the legs. Just Birdman just nick in front of him. And that is it. Full time. Update Twitter there. And that's it, Wayne Rooney. The run continues. The run continues for Derby, being down at half time, no wins when they are down at half time in 29 games now. That's 25 losses and 4 draws. Goal scorers in this game was Scott Hogan in the first half and Jermaine Bella in the second half. That leaves Birmingham City, I think, in the top 6. Just have a look at the Championship table. Yeah, Birmingham are up to 4th and Derby are down to 16th. They won't be in the relegation zone after tomorrow's play, regardless of what happens. But yeah, looking bright for Lee Bowyer's side. Probably has more gears to go up through once they get Troy Deeney integrated into that squad. And yet again, more problems for Wayne Rooney. Will he survive the season? In my humble opinion, I don't think he will. Can anyone turn this around, or is it going to be a thing where Derby are probably better off going down and rebuilding, getting the finances right before then coming up? Maybe. Could be one of the things when going down could be the best thing for them. A massive thank you to everyone in the chat, everyone that's commented. A massive shout out to Saeed TV for commenting, and a massive shout out to Mark Goldbridge for checking in for commenting as well. We are back again tomorrow at 5:30 when Jamie will be doing a watch along for RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga, followed by Emma Raducanu and Leila Fernandez in the Women's US Open Final. And then on Sunday we've got the MotoGP, the F1, and then we've got the Men's Grand Slam Final as well. So a massive thank you to everyone that's watching. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the share button, and we will see you all very soon. Good night.